Hi and welcome everyone to True Crime and Trials. I hope you all had a great Christmas and a wonderful new year. So to start my 2020 year off, I will be covering a trial which I've ummed and ahed about because it's about a baby. But I want to see this baby get justice, so I'm going to see how I go, and if it gets too much then I'll just have to stop it. So the trial of Jessica and Daniel Groves for the murder of their son Dylan Groves, who was just months old. They are both charged with aggravated murder, kidnapping, endangering children, tampering with evidence, interference with custody, gross abuse of a corpse, and 4 counts of felonious assault. And I think Daniel is also getting charged with theft. They found thousands of pounds worth of stolen goods in the house when he was arrested. They've both pleaded not guilty, which is insane, and you will understand why when I've finished the background story of why they're being charged with murder. So baby Dylan was born on the 10th of January in 2019. And he was found dead at the bottom of a 30-foot well in June 2019, although reports say that he died months earlier. Jessica Groves, who is 39, and Daniel Groves, 41, as I've said previously, have both pleaded not guilty. Why? So I really want to see this trial through to make sure that these two horrendous human beings get put away for life. So, according to reports, Dylan was born with drugs already in his system, and I'm not judging, but it is sad. So because he was born with drugs in his system, social services took Daniel into their custody pretty soon after his birth, and then his father Daniel Groves did what he could, and there was requirements set by social services that Daniel had to meet to be able to get temporary custody of Dylan, and as long as he stuck to those requirements he could keep him, but sole custody was still with social services. He only had temporary custody of him. But then, not long after that, authorities noticed that Daniel wasn't sticking to the requirements. He was missing doctor's appointments, home visits, and court meetings. And children's services did try to find Dylan but were unsuccessful, so then they contacted the police. The police then went to the Groves home, but they went in May, but nobody was home. So a couple of weeks later the police went back and saw Jessica and Daniel on a 4-wheeler. They tried to stop them and they fled. The police then went back in June. I mean, the time span is just ridiculous. I mean, he was probably already dead, but the fact that it took them so long to report this child, and then the police to take so long to get Jessica and Daniel and find Dylan is just ridiculous. They went back again in June, but this time they had a search warrant. They managed to remove Jessica from the home without incident, but Daniel refused. He locked the house down, and after a 6-hour standoff the police managed to arrest Daniel. The arrest papers stated that Jessica and Daniel were supposed to take Dylan back to social services, but they refused and kept him hidden. It took days to find poor Dylan, and according to dispatch reports, Daniel admitted that Dylan died in March. The autopsy report on Dylan determined that he had sustained several bone fractures, had been wrapped in plastic bags with duct tape, then put in milk crates that were wrapped in chains and other bindings. The crates were weighted down with rocks and a weight. Dylan had also died with drugs in his system, according to the coroner. So I really, really hope that these two get what they deserve and sweet baby Dylan gets justice. So I will be back with more videos as the trial begins. So until then, bye for now.